Today was the last shot for some Bulldogs to showcase their skills, and the atmosphere was definitely special. Lives are about to change after today.
Defensive end Ziggy Ansah hosted a spa day for 20 breast cancer survivors at Babs Salon and Spa in Birmingham, Michigan. And today the game became so much more than football. Ansah dove into his role as Real Men Wear Pink ambassador and connected so well with these women because he had once felt their pain too.
If you ever want to see a battle between cats and dogs, tune in to the Missouri-Georgia football game. The past two matchups have gone down to the final second with the dogs on top. Last year, it was Marshall Morgan's 34-yard field goal that gave the dogs the 9-6 win. This year, it was Jacob Eason's 20-yard pass to Isaiah McKenzie that gave the Bulldogs the 28-21 lead over the Tigers.
Santa came a little early in Detroit this year, and it didn't look like any of these kids made the naughty list. Detroit Lions players treated 115 kids to Christmas shopping at a local Meijer superstore. Today was filled with turkey and the spirit of giving as the Lions hosted a Thanksgiving dinner for 250 foster care families. It was a magical experience for the children to have the Lions players serve them. But what made it even more special? The Lions got to share these moments with their very own families.
You never know what to expect from the Deep South's oldest rivalry, and it was a sight to see. Georgia beat Auburn 13-7 in Sanford Stadium, and just like that, the Bulldogs knocked the number 9 Tigers off their high horse. Now, that doesn't mean that the Dogs will be back in black in their final game in Sanford Stadium. Even though fans claim that the black uniforms were bad luck under former coach Mark Richt, they could still be a possibility under Coach Kirby Smart, but he's not making any promises.
Hi, I'm Kaitlin here at Reed Memorial Stadium for Heritage High School's first playoff game. Now, this is not only their first playoff game, but it's also the first time that these two teams have matched up. Heritage High School in Coffee County, that is. Octo head coach Greg Maynor, they're up 14-10 at the half, and coach, what do you think has contributed most to this lead?
One Atlanta football product enters the draft again. The second time isn't usually the charm, but in this case, it could be.
St. John Days had dreams of playing in the NFL at a young age.
Football, it means everything to me because I've known it pretty much my whole life.
Days' 5 years at Georgia Tech made his NFL dreams tangible. It also gave him a business degree and so much more.
It helped me become the man I am today, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Days' senior season was his best. He closed it out with a 69-yard touchdown in the Capital One Orange Bowl.
I really didn't expect that for my senior year.
Days met with NFL scouts and started training for a pro-style offense after playing in a senior bowl game. When the time came, Days did not get drafted.
I was a little upset that I didn't get drafted because I know I put a lot of hard work in, but it's all part of God's plan.
Minutes after the draft ended, Days got a phone call from the Dallas Cowboys while celebrating his girlfriend's birthday.
I was just anxious. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who called, and he came back and told me the news, and we were very excited.
He flew to Dallas 10 days later. The experience was cut short, but it was one that will last him a lifetime.
A lot of different people that I grew up watching, people like Dez Bryant, Tony Romo, Jason Witten. Just being in the locker room with those guys was, kind of surreal to me.
The Dallas Cowboys released him due to injury, but Days is training hard to snatch those dreams back.
He will be successful because he applied himself while he was at Tech.
Although he has a battle ahead, Days is determined to step foot on that field again, to play the game of his dreams.